Nobody want to say nothing, right? Because everybody out here that's watching right now was just watching some game that wasn't real and got everybody in our feelings. And I'm mad over here in my house looking at my dog like he did something wrong. And I don't even know why, like, it was a video game and it felt so real. The emotions put into it in the second half. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, man, y'all got to go watch the Wayne Breezy Madden simulation. You got to
I,
watch it.
I don't get it, bro.
I st- before we hit start, I'm on the screen and I'm smiling. Wayne like, yo, wipe that smirk off your face.
I'm not even smiling, bro. Look, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like,
Like my thing is it's 11 seconds on the clock.
mm, all you gotta do is just like line everybody up on the goal line, right?
Just put everybody in the back of the end zone, dog. All 11 people. Don't even rush.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna leave it at
Hey,
that.
but
Go watch it, yo. Just go watch it.
yeah, y'all got to go see that one, man. That joint was crazy. So listen, man, we in here, y'all. It's the No Home No Foul crew, man. Wayne Breezy. Other than that, how you doing today, man? How you feeling?
I was good. I was good. I'm a be good. We got a good show. We got a good preview show. We got
Yes,
some
we do.
players that are back on both sides that came back to practice today that are limited in practice. So each team has a player returning to practice, but they're both limited. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Um, to talk about some of the other guys who aren't back. So we'll get to that. But I'm good to have. I'm here to have a great show. Little great preview. How you feeling today, bro?
It's been a weird day for me, to be honest with you. I got up this morning, got ready to get out the door, and then my wife is like, "Oh, can you work from home today?" My oldest daughter is sick, so I've been home with her all day long, and today was crazy hectic. Our top dispatcher at work lost her phone, so that left me covering for her as well as doing my job and being home with a sick child. It was just nonstop chaos. Like my phone is in my bedroom right now because I refuse to bring it out here with me. Like this is gonna be my 30-minute break, and then I'll get back to work for the rest of the. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So
I feel you. I feel you.
I'm I don't want to get overwhelmed, but it's life. It's life. But it could be worse. I could be without a job, could be struggling or something, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely not going to complain about that. Healthy, happy, uh, and not hungry. So I'll take it. Now, Wayne, let's go through this injury report really quick. You tell me, you said a couple people returned. I have the injury reports and designations pulled up for today's practice. Um, and the Lions have four guys who did not participate in practice today. The
Mhm.
49ers, because they are 3 hours ahead,
Mhm.
behind,
Behind.
theirs is not updated on this site. Let me see if, but they are at practice.
Everybody is back at the 49ers practice today.
But everybody was participating too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everybody participated.
Oh, it's not updated on the 49ers site either. Why would we do it like that? Yo,
Debo Samuel returned to
sneaky.
practice today, and he was limited.
Mr. Limited.
I told you, I look. The fact that Debo is back at practice is giving me signs of hope. It was 50-50 the other day. Now it's probably 70-30 right now.
I tell you what.
If he practices tomorrow, it's 90-10.
God damn it.
Whoops. So this is
Can
good
y'all
news
still
for
hear
the.
me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Move, bear. Fucking dog, move.
Yeah.
Sorry. He just like ran into the whole setup over here. I don't understand what he's doing. Um, if I'm Kyle Shanahan and I know what's happening with Deebo, I'm not saying a word because
He
the
doesn't have to.
Lions plan for their opponents
Correct.
like in a game by game. No, go
You're
out.
right. You're right 100%. You know what I'm saying? And it's look, the Niners, Kyle, Kyle, just making him limited is everything. So now they're going to have to
Mhm.
figure it out. Like but the Lions are doing the same thing, right? So the Lions, Sam Laporta returned to practice today, but he was limited. So the Niners have to plan for their young phenom,
Mm. Mhm.
possibly offensive rookie player of the year, and Sam Laporta. So the Niners got to go out and prepare for him as well. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a game, like, you know. But I mean,
Yeah.
they do have some players that aren't going to be. They haven't been officially ruled out, but they do have a couple of offensive linemen that haven't returned to practice yet. And so I think
Yeah,
that's
so that's
where it gets
that's
tricky.
what I'm looking at here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonah
So
Jackson,
yeah, who probably won't play as their left guard,
right?
and
You
then
got Frank Ragnow,
now Frank Ragnow is their center.
center.
9 times out of 10, he said he was playing, so he's probably gonna play. I mean, I kind of know Frank personally. That he's just different.
So
He got like
two
four
more
injuries too, by the way.
yeah, I'm about to say two more body parts for adding to the list of injuries. Like
Dude.
I knew about the knee and the ankle. They got his toe and his back. Like, bro, he's gonna be the bionic man out there.
But and watch him play the whole game too. The offensive linemen be built different when they get injured. Certain ones. Like
Right, right. So my
certain
man,
ones.
he's going through it. Shout out to him for being a soldier. Wait, can I just ask you this question? Is the public perception that the Lions are just tougher than the 49ers? Like honestly, like do they just
Yeah, and it makes sense though. And I'm not mad about the public perception of that, right? Because when you like look at the leaders of each team, the leaders are the head coaches, right? Kyle Shanahan doesn't have a tough guy persona. When you look
oh,
at Dan
I see where you're
Campbell,
going. Mm.
like straight up,
He, he epitomizes honest Neanderthal. Smack,
yes,
smash, scrape. He's the Hulk.
Hulk, yeah, and Kyle Shanahan is like Hawkeye.
He's Banner. He's Bruce Banner. He's like the genius.
Okay, I see where you're going. You make keep the
He's the smart,
correlation.
calculated one, right? But Dan
Yes,
Campbell's the Hulk.
yeah, there you have it. And then like the alter egos of each other, right? Or
Mm.
when one gets mad. So the question is, do you want to piss off Dan Campbell? Is that when they
I
get
think I
better?
would want to piss him off. Actually, I think he would get more flustered if Dan Campbell got pissed off. But
Why?
what
Because
is
you
a pissed
think,
off Kyle like?
honestly, nothing. Kyle, listen, I think I know. We know our coach. We've seen him pissed off before. We've seen him get mad, but it doesn't. It's not like he go in with his feet on the gas. You know, like he just sticks to his plan, and
Right.
it's got to work. Backup left guard will be, according to ESPN in their depth chart, it would be Coyote Awisika. Awisika.
Oh, mm.
I think I said his
Started
name,
3 games this year, right?
or Coyote Wisika. Yeah, I want to make
Let me
sure. I
see
hope I'm
here.
saying his name right.
So it's interesting because they have some experience out there. Coyote Awusika. I think he's got 2 years experience. I think he played in some games this year though. Let me see. Mm, mm, Oh, I clicked the wrong damn thing. I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Oh, he's
for
got good.
I'm clicking on his name too. So like that would be their backup if Jonah Jackson, who is listed as doubtful as of right now, I don't think he's gonna play. But Mike, it doesn't really matter. We played teams with their best offensive lineman missing, and we still can't get pressure. So
I know why though. I
why?
know why. When
Why?
their offensive linemen are out, the Niners feel like in the past they didn't have to scheme. We can
Okay.
just go man to man, head up with our defensive lineman against your backup offensive lineman and just go. And what they forget is those guys are still strong. Those guys are still prepared. Those guys are still ready. So the same stunts
It's,
and tricks that you would do with the starters in there, you need to do the same thing for those backups.
but it's funny that you it's funny that you say that, because when the 49er offensive line backups get in there, the other teams just go straight up man. Like they we going we gonna work these backups.
But
Nope,
we're more
nope.
of a come on, say it. What's the word? We're more of a finesse line. We don't
Yeah, I
have
mean
those
we're more of a
Trent Williams
finesse
is
team,
the
but yeah.
eyeball.
Well, no, he's finesse too. He's just strong. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not the eyeball, but he's a man of finesse. I mean, look at his talents. Like the dude is fast. He runs what, a 176 and 10-yard split. Like that's ridiculous for a 300-pounder. So he has
Right.
the finesse ability, but he can also just maul two or three cats on one play.
Right. So I was looking at a lot of different things for this team and this game coming up, and I'm looking at the public perception. I'm looking at what the Detroit Lion fans feel, and I can't tell if these guys are just looking for clicks or if they're just like if they really really believe the stuff they're saying. Like I saw a guy say, CMC was not as good as Gibbs. I'm like,
Nah.
does he know that Gibbs has like 6 100 scrimmage yard games this year? Like just six?
Like who said like I mean I wanna know who said that.
His name is
I mean not I mean, like, is he a
oh,
fan or is he like a
he's a fan. It's like
oh then he
it's
don't watch football.
okay. Yeah. Like I just don't
Or
understand
he
like
just watched Lions football.
maybe. Maybe. Maybe he's
Which
looking at I don't even know what he's looking at. There's no reason for anyone to say something like that.
I mean how like you're talking about the leading league rusher.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're gonna compare him to a guy who has 600-yard games on his belt. And that's if you include both passing and rushing. Like stop it.
So
Just stop it.
I got this kid playing a Wissaca. I have him playing in one, two, three, four, four games and then the divisional round. So he's played
Right.
in
He's appeared in that many games.
no, well, I mean, look, he started week 6, he started week 8, he started in week 14. He played in week 12 against Green Bay. He played in the divisional round against Tampa Bay. Okay, so here's the snaps: 48 snaps he gave up in that game. He gave up a sack and a total of 4 pressures
Wait, and just 48?
and 48 snaps. And then again, and the most games he gave up, he's only
He
given
had
up
to get
one
benched.
sack. He's given up 16 total pressures and 4 quarterback hits. I mean, excuse me, he's given up 21 total pressures, 16 hurries, 4 quarterback hits, and one sack this year. One sack this year. That's his stats this year. His
I'm
career, 30 total pressures, 19 hurries, 7 hits, and 4 sacks. He started out in Philly in 2021, and then he's been with Detroit since 2022.
so okay. That talk to me about that one game with the 40 plus snaps. Who were they playing against?
They were playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was his first start, week 6. He got and he started in that game. So when he
Yeah,
starts,
he ain't
he's
finished.
well, I'm just saying when he starts, he's not as good. When he comes in as relief, he's a little bit better. His snaps are less, but he's a little bit better. So here's his starts: 3 starts, 48 pressures, right? Against Tampa Bay, against Green Bay, he started 37 pressures.
Are you are you saying snaps or
I
pressures?
mean snaps. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
And
I
then
just want to make
against
sure.
and then
I'm
against Chicago on the road, 41 snaps.
okay.
Again,
All right. So
total
43, 38, 41,
48, 37.
41.
Oh, I'm sorry, 48, 33, 41. Yep.
Okay. All right. And then how many pressures in each game? Again, I know you said
So 4 pressures
14.
in Tampa, right? He started in that game. 4 pressures against the Raiders. I mean, 3 pressures against the Raiders, and then 2 pressures against Chicago.
8, 9. Hmm, I've seen worse. I'm definitely gonna focus on him though. I'm definitely gonna focus on him.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, we talk about the San Francisco 49ers like defensive front. And
Right.
like how much do you want to scheme? How much do you want to stunt? Excuse me. Because when you stunt, like when when you stunt, I'm all for the stunting. But the question is, what are these linebackers doing depending on what's being thrown at them? Because they got some guys you got to cover. I don't want people
Mhm.
to think that the Detroit is like a skimpy. No, they got an offense. They got a great offense. Like, you know what
Right.
I mean? So, like, you got to deal with Sam Laporta. You got to deal with Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got to deal with Josh Reynolds. You got Speed and Jameson Williams. Like, they got some players. Now they got Zach Ertz. I believe he's there, right? So they got some. They
How
and then
acclimated is he gonna be? Like, really?
I'm not saying you got to plan for him, but if you don't plan for him, that's where he'll be. That's where he'll come and sneak in. Now they got better. They got a better tight end to run two tight end sets. Is what I'm trying to say, which lets me know that they're going to look to do what? Find a ways and find intricate ways to run the ball. I don't think they're as creative as running the ball, but if you bring them two tight end sets out there and whether they use Zach Ertz on that or not, they still got the other tight end, and so they're going to come out and try to find ways to run the ball. And in my opinion, if the 49ers can sell out and stop in the run via up the middle, via outside zone,
Mhm.
that's what you want. You want Jared Goff throwing the ball 40 plus times. But on some of them 40 plus times, you still got to play the pass, especially the short passing game, especially the check down game. We are going to be playing the number one check down quarterback in the league, which means what? Passes to running backs, right? Usually that's their check downs,
Mhm.
which means Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery is going to see an abundance in the pass catching game.
You're at the line of scrimmage. Yeah.
And the Niners defense, I think the thing that scares everybody about the 49ers defense in a bad way is their ability to miss tackles. Like they have an uncanny ability to miss that. Like, they don't make tackles for some reason. Like they tackle each other off the tackle. And that's what's scary. That's what makes people nervous about the 49ers defense.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes people nervous. Like, dang, like, and so and when you look at the Niners, what do they struggle in stopping? Screens, check downs, like all them short passes. Now, if it's a short pass in front of them where they're playing that soft coverage, typically they're there to make the tackle. But we're talking about when they get them big blockers in front of them and they just put them big guys on these little guys. I mean, that's football 101. That's screen 101.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, there's there's things that I am worried about with this defense. I do wonder. Maybe I won't say worry, but I do wonder how our edge guys are going to do. You know, Penny Sewell. Did you see his latest game versus the Buccaneers and his grades?
Yeah, I mean, I could look it up. But Sewell is just a different monster. Like that. But I'll look him up.
Is he better than Trent Williams?
I'm about to tell you.
Are you going to what? Yeah, I'm asking your eyeballs.
I mean, they kind of like. I mean, he's not the mauler type of guy like Trent Williams. Trent Williams is out there to take your soul. He's more of a technician type of a left tackle. Like you're not beating him if
Right.
that makes any sense because he's good at what he does, but he's not
Hmm.
that super strong, quick, speedy guy. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I
So
got you.
look, that's where I'm getting with this, man. When you look at you want to go to that game? He finished the game with an 80.5 grade. He had 48 snaps in that Tampa Bay game. Talk about the playoff game. He gave up 0 sacks, 0 hits, one hurry, which was his one pressure. Okay.
Hmm.
And yeah, like, and you're talking about, in my opinion, Tampa Bay had one of the toughest defensive lines in football all season. So that doesn't make you.
I'm worried about the defensive line getting home. I think that if we don't take advantage of the guys on the inside, we might be wasting time out there. And that's why I remember I said something about stunts.
Tanya's funny. She said, "Hell no, he not better than no Trent, and that's my cousin.
Right.
He ain't gonna be your cousin after this show."
Who said that? Oh my God. Uh oh, Tanya is great. But so like here's my thing, right? Like if the inside is weak and the edges are strong, shouldn't we take our best pass rushers and get them from and put them inside? Like, isn't
I
that where you want to see the stunts?
wait,
No.
say that. Yeah, that's what they try to do though, right? You take like here's what I would do. I would flip. All right, so let me ask you this: are we lining up Nick Bosa on Sewell's side?
Personally, I don't care as long as they're both stunting because that means they're going to go inside
But you
onto
don't
the
want them
guards.
stunting every freaking snap, Mike.
No, not every snap, but like
Oh,
on the ones
okay.
that's important.
No, I got all the snaps are important, Mike.
All right. I I would put Nick Bosa over the left tackle.
So Decker.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But if he's stunting, so that means he's going to be stunting with Hargrave and not Eric Armstead, right?
Not necessarily. Those two they move back and forth on the inside.
I'm trying to
I
get
don't
this
think
out.
I don't think that Armstead and Hargrave are assigned like a specific spot on the inside of the line. They go back and forth. I think they move those guys based off of
I don't
matchups.
really I'm not saying that they do, and I'm not saying that they don't move back and forth, but typically you see Hargrave on that left
On the
side of
right.
the defense on the right. I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm
Well, the right of
confused.
the offense, the left of the defense. You said it right. You said it right.
Okay. Yeah. So on the left side of the defense, that's kind of like where I'm seeing him.
Right. So I see what you're saying. And even still, I would want the two players who have played together longer in Armstead and Bosa to do the stunt together. That's where it should be more successful. So yeah, absolutely. Then give me that too. I'm with that.
I just know that the Niners got to get home. Period. Like the pressure, you want stunts. See, I don't know if we need to stunt in this game because I don't know if you want to get the pressure on the outside. Because if that's the case, you have to deal with those freaking running backs cutting to the outside if they run the ball. I know you want to
Right.
stunt on third and longs, right? On the long down, second and longs, third and longs, right? That's when you kind of typically want to stunt because you
Mhm.
said on the right snaps. So that would to me that would be the right snap
Yeah.
to
On the
stunt
obvious passing downs, right.
on there it is on the obvious passing down. So like when I'm looking at this Lions defense, I mean offense, they're going to try to negate that pass rush with quick throws. They're not going to dial back and try to get the ball down the field like we just saw Jordan Love do. This, though they will though if they're running the ball successfully. They're also a play action pass type of team, but what they're going to probably do, and from my opinion, is, and I know people don't think I know anything about football, but I know Jared Goff, and I know he is a bootleg guy. He will try to roll out. That's what we call them, right? So
Mhm.
expect that roll out to the right, not the roll out to the left, but the roll out to the right, because that's where he's strong. And then that's where those tight ends come into play. That's Amon Ross Brown comes into play. Like he gets, or Josh Reynolds. Those are the guys he's gonna try to get that ball in a one-on-one in space to try to defeat the zone, like to try to attack that zone and to get in the rhythm.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying it's
I'm
a
not
tall task for the 49ers. I'm just saying I don't know if we should stunt as much for the simple fact that we should focus on the interior. Like get home from the interior. Get the pressure right up the middle.
yeah. I agree. I agree. That's where you want to see it. We especially then you don't have to do the stunts if they're effectively generating pressure up the middle. But that plays into the hands of what you were saying with the now you got the slower guys. That's why you don't want to stunt because the slower guys be on the edge. If you do stunt and generate that pressure, now you got Armstead and Hargrave trying to run him down when he rolls out, which is one of his strengths. So you don't want to see that happen. You want to keep the guys with the more speed, the you know what I'm saying, on the edge out there. So I get what you're saying. It makes sense. Flip side is how do we attack this Lions defense? It's been a big debate. It's been a big debate that, oh,
It's
well,
not it's
they
it's
got
not
this.
it's not a debate, Mike. It's not a debate cuz if from what you from you being a football guy, you understand in the game, you attack their passing defense, right? Like that's what you do, right?
Mhm.
Because that's where they struggle. They're bad in pass defense, but you can't take away the run game if that's your strength. I get that their strength is to stop it, but your strength is to run it. Our strength isn't to pass it, it's to run it. But we
Right.
pass predicated off of our strength of running it. So we still need to run the ball. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But you can run the ball effectively by not running it to their strength. Where's the strength of their run defense? Up the middle? To the outside? Is it both? That's the question. I say get Aiden Hutchinson trying to contain that edge. He young. He's more of a pass rusher. I think he'll over pursue, and
I
you
would
can
run
get
it his way every time.
every single time. I,
Every
I
time.
knew he
Right
was
on the
in
inside.
sync.
But
I
on the
knew.
inside, don't try to go around
No,
him.
no, no, no. You start outside and then you cut. This is what Aaron Jones did to
Mhm.
us. Like, this is what
Yep.
Aaron Jones did to the San Francisco 49ers. It was outside, cut, one cut to the inside. And if you
Mhm.
look at Christian McCaffrey's big touchdown, that's what that play was. It was an outside zone run, right? And then he cut and made Darnell Savage miss. All the blocking went the play he was telling Charlie Warner to stay still.
Stay there,
The
yeah.
blocking was to the outside. Christian McCaffrey just had the vision to make the cut. That's a running back thing, though. That's a running back thing. Like, they got to know good running backs will make that cut. Aaron Jones made that cut. Will Jamar Gibbs be able to make a cut like that? I don't know. David Montgomery, more of a pound guy up the middle.
Say that again?
I'm not gonna say that again. I felt like I didn't say that right. I felt like
Let to know what you said. I heard. It's cool though. All right, but you know, I get you right. David Montgomery is the physical guy, right? He's going to be
yes.
the guy that's going to bring the pain. Where I think when you look at Gibbs, he's got a little bit more finesse, a little bit more wiggle to him. You know, and maybe it's just because he's a rookie, we feel that way about him. But that's what it is. That's the way I see it. I'm with you. Now, are you concerned about their wide receivers, or is it really just St. Brown and Laporta who is coming in a little hobbled?
I
Like, be
think you
honest.
gotta I think you gotta be concerned of their passing game because Jared Goff's strength is to pass the ball. So, like, he's going to try to get the ball to his guys. And
Mhm.
so I don't see Amon-Ra St. Brown coming in here hobbling. I see him as
Right.
the inner John Cube of their offense. I see the finesse of their offense from their tight end and Sam Laporta. And then and
Wait.
then yeah, he's just because he's a tight end don't mean he's not a finesse. This dude gets open. I don't know what people be watching when they watch Sam Laporta, but this guy is getting open.
He does, but you got him. You think he's finesse because he get open, or like
I just think he's more of a finesse guy. He's not a big blocker. He's not a that's not his game yet. Like, yet.
okay, okay, I see. Okay,
But
I see what you're saying.
his game is offense right now. You know, he's not a
He's not a
tall,
well-rounded tight end yet.
not yet, but he's not like, remember 2 or 3 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, it was the tight ends were like big and tall. They were kind of like Gronk, but not as strong as Gronk. You had your Mike
Hmm.
Gesicki's and you had the Julius Thomases from Jacksonville. I think that was his name. And you had those big guys that just go up and catch
Graham,
passes. Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah, right.
Graham.
Jimmy, who still plays football, believe it or not, right? And so, like, to me, that's what Sam Laporta is. I think he's going to be more like a Travis Kelsey than a George Kittle, believe it or not. He ain't there yet on the Travis Kelsey level, but
Yeah. Okay.
he's gonna be nice.
Listen, man, Wayne. If you could give me one sentence that you would like to see the 49ers do to win this game, what would that sentence be?
I want the 49ers just to execute on all facets of football, though, like special
Yeah.
teams, offense,
Mhm.
defense. When you look at the offense, like, to me, what stalls the offense the most are then, and they didn't get many, is but when they get a silly penalty and it knocks them out of the rhythm. So the Niners
Right.
got to figure out how to get into rhythm and get into a rhythm early. Because if we want Brock to cook, then Brock needs to be able to have a rhythm and those easier throws, which he will end up ripping the ball down the field. But they also got to find a way to run the ball on this tough ass run defense, right? Special teams, I mean, there's too many different. pieces to special teams. They got to, number one, on kickoffs, kick the ball in the damn end zone, period. Touchback, right? Then make your field goals. The punt's got to be on point if we have to punt, right? And then the return game got to be good. Like, it's just got to be better.
Yeah.
Defense, they got to, like, the explosive plays are driving me nuts because
Tackle.
it's those two things, bro. Like tackling and explosive plays.
Yeah.
Like,
Tackle.
yeah,
Set the edge. Cut down on explosive plays, and you got this game in the bag.
in the bag,
Hmm.
in the bag. And they got an
I want
explosive
them to be
offense.
ready. I want them to be ready. The 49ers didn't look ready to start that game last week.
They
They
didn't
didn't
look
look ready.
ready to start that game. They finished ready. So if we get the team that finished the game to
Right.
start this game, it's a
Boom.
game over at the beginning of the game, from
Yeah.
the start to
Listen,
finish.
that's gonna have to do it for us, guys. We got to get up out of here. This is gonna be a lot of fun, though. We still got another show coming to y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all got those notifications set, or you just might miss it. This is a lot of fun, man. If you want to be in a good mood, go watch that Madden simulation.
You damn wrong, yeah.
You'll understand why the show's energy was so weird at the beginning, man. But it was a lot of fun, though. All jokes aside, it was a lot of fun, and thank God it was just a video game, man. But yeah, we'll talk about some more things later on, man. Wayne, brother, hope you have enjoyed the rest of your day. Faithful out there watching, we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl. I'm Mike. That's Wayne, and this is No Harm, No Foul. Peace.